Hi, is this Mr. P?
It is.
We have some questions regarding the Montauk Project that we'd like to ask you.
All right, go ahead.
So, how long have you lived in Montauk, Mr. P?
I've lived here most of my life, but I moved down south recently.
Why is that?
I was having these very vivid dreams every night, almost like nightmares, but they felt like more than just nightmares.
What were they like?
I'll get to that later.
Okay. Well, have they stopped since you moved?
They're a lot rarer, but they still happen.
Is this because you moved, or have you been getting outside treatment?
I've been going to a hypnotherapist, and I've uncovered some things about my childhood.
Like what?
I think I was kidnapped and experimented on.
What can you remember?
Well, I was 11, and I was having a bit of a hard time remembering.
What were you doing before you were kidnapped?
I was coming home from my friend's house, I think. I was cutting through a stretch of woods between our neighborhoods, and I used to take that way a lot, but this time felt a little bit more different.
How different?
I think someone was watching me. Well, I guess someone was.
Do you know who?
No, not at all. I didn't even see their face or anything.
Can you describe what else you remember?
There's a gap, but the next thing I remember, I was in a white-tiled room. There's a few other memories in between then and that, but they're all too hazy to remember. Just scientists and testing and big machines and just a lot of things.
Do you know where you were?
Probably in the Camp Hero facility. They're known to have experimented with children, and I'm one of them.
Who's they?
The government, probably the Department of Defense or the Navy or some other secret research group that they're hiding from us.
How do you know that you are one of the children that was experimented on?
It's one of those things that you just know.
Then how come you're having such a hard time remembering?
They brainwashed me or something. They did psychological experiments and dealt with mind control and stuff. So I wouldn't doubt that they did something like that to me.
Okay, a little higher. Okay. Yes. Okay. How long have you lived in Montauk?
I was born here in Montauk. I've lived here ever since.
Are you aware of the supposed mind control experiments that went on in Montauk?
Oh, I believe it with every ounce of my being.
So, you are familiar with them?
Absolutely.
What do you know about these experiments?
Where do I even start? It all came from that radio tower. They said it was a radar tower to let us know if the Soviets were coming to bomb us. But I'm no sheep.
Sheep?
I'm a wolf. I refuse to be controlled by the government. I can see the lies behind their eyes.
So, what sort of?
Every time that damn thing was on, the animals went crazy. The radio and the televisions would get weird and staticky with headaches to follow. Worst of all, they caused nightmares.
Thank you for having me here.
Okay. What was your involvement with the USS Eldridge?
I served on it as a maintenance officer for 6 years, until I lost my arm.
How did you lose your arm?
I was working below deck, but the ship started shaking. I leaned up against the hull to brace myself like I learned in training. And all of a sudden, I felt a burning sensation and my arm was fused to the hull.
Oh wow. Do you know what caused this?
They were doing experiments on our ship, some scientists from Montauk. I kept reading about the incident. I really can't find much explanation.
What do you know from what you read?
The ship disappeared from the rest of the fleet's radar for half a minute or so.
Do you know where it went?
No, I was below deck. All I know is that some of my fellow sailors were burned, almost welded, but with their flesh to the deck.
Some people say that this was due to a cloaking experiment gone wrong. What do you know about this?
I heard it was a time travel and teleportation experiment.
What about the time travel and teleportation do you know about?
I was just maintenance. I have no knowledge of the experiment.
Were you compensated or anything?
I was paid a lot of money to make sure I wouldn't disclose anything about this.
Then why are you telling us?
I want people to know the truth is out there, and that it can't be hidden forever, even if it costs me my life.
Did he just scratch his beard? I think so.
So you're an insider.
I signed a contract saying I can't disclose anything about my work at Camp Hero. I can't let them find out I was the leech.
What did you work on there?
I oversaw the phenolphthalein 7 transistor flux banks and sunk them in with the beta wave conductors so that the quantum positron encabulators wouldn't overload the R theta coils.
English, please?
I made sure the expensive time travel machine didn't go boom.
Time travel? When on Earth?
Yes, time travel. Let's say it was a catastrophic failure. It overheated and lots of objects and people lost.
Did anything catastrophic happen?
Well, I've looked at some data and we've definitely made an incidental Einstein-Rosen bridge with alpha class geometry.
English again.
We ripped space and time.
Did this have any negative effects?
Several. We've created several timelines. You ever heard of the Mandela effect? We've lost many pieces of equipment and test subjects, and we've created several holes in the space-time continuum.
Is this why your project was shut down?
We sent too many probes and men into the bridge. None of them came back. Nothing came back. Well, nothing we sent in.
What do you mean by bridge?
Can you get a piece of paper? So, say you need to get from point A to point B. Okay? And you need to make, because this is too far, and you need to be there instantaneously. Well, you just create a bridge. And now, you can go instantaneously. This is what we've created.
Interesting. So you said something happened. So what you've sent in?
We have no clue where our men and probes went, but an anomaly came out on our end. The bridge is a two-way street.
What sort of anomaly?
It was a biological one.
What do you mean by biological?
A monster of sorts. Killed several of our men and destroyed part of our laboratory.
Is it still out there?
What was that?
Well,